Right everybody, Dougie Joyce, 3D Fight Club, co-owner, the fastest growing sport in the UK in the last 12 months, 12 and a half months, maybe longer. But yes, let's say, just say I want to clarify a few things, get a few things straight and answer a few questions that I keep getting bombarded with. First of all, 3D Fight Club belongs to myself, along with the partners I brought on, which would be Aaron, Carl, Phil. They work alongside me and also my brothers. They're partners of the business. So there's nobody else that's involved in that business apart from who we just mentioned. Right. I'm getting bombarded with messages to do with this BKB contender that belongs to Dean Lynch Ward, which is his platform. His platform, best of luck to the man in the world. Listen, we're on two different paths. He's chose his, I've chose mine. That's it. There's no animosity, there's no nothing. Yeah. So I'm getting asked these questions. Is it anything to do with 3D Fight Club? No. Is it going to be anything to do with 3D Fight Club? No. Is anything going to be from 3D Fight Club to do with BKB? Ever? No. Okay, so there's your answers. Nothing to do with it. Am I going to be involved in BKB? No. I have nothing to do with it. Won't be having anything to do with it. And that's it. The man, listen, let the man crack on and do what he's got to do. Yeah, and I wish the man the best of luck in the world. So that's your questions answered for that one. For two, I'm not stupid. I just don't like people running off my name, using me to get where they need to be, yeah, and they should really remember where they come from. Do you know what I mean? Certain people, they're trying to build a platform on the back of me, they're using things and using me as their platform to get what it. Listen, crack on, do what you got to do. Nothing's going to break me or stop me, because I want a one-track mind to do what I've got to do, yeah? So, don't be using 3D Fight Club as a platform, number one. Don't be using my name as number two, yeah, for anything got to do with fighting. If anyone asks us, are you partners, anyone's asking you doing this, am I working with anybody? No. The only people we work with is who we mentioned the 3D Fight Club. That's it. Yeah. So if anybody's got any questions, anybody wants to know about sponsorship packs, anything about deals, future preparations for fighters, anything at all to do with anything to do with 3D Fight Club, message me directly, Aaron, Carl or Phil. Yeah, or message the main page, 3D Fight Club Official on the website. That's it. Plain and simple. Now, everybody out there, I'm going to get criticised, I'm going to say this, or people's going to like me. Listen, I couldn't really give a shit. At the end of the day, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, keep doing what I'm doing, and obviously what I am doing is very, very successful at the minute, and it will only get better. Yeah, so I hope I've answered everyone's questions. Dougie Joyce owns 3D Fight Club, alongside of his partners that he's mentioned. Dean Lynch Ward is nothing to do with 3D Fight Club. Yeah, hasn't been since after the first show. Okay, he set up his own platform. He's made that very clear. Yeah, and I wish the man the best of luck in the world. That's it. Yeah, so there's no animosity, there's no nothing, and just remember, everybody, Dougie Joyce loves you. Stay safe. Right, everybody, Dougie Joyce here. You can get me on Dougie Joyce Official on YouTube. All updates of videos and stuff on there, and also I am Manchester Dougie Joyce on Instagram. Right, the new business venture. This is the announcement. It's been in the pipeline for over a year. It's going to be called BKB Battles. Give it a like, give it a share on Instagram. It's also a website, www.bkbbattles.com. So, what it's about, it's going to be a pay-per-view platform only. It's going to be for all kind of fights. People want to have a fight, squash beef, prove something, fight on an organised, proper platform where the safety will be there, it'll be all fair play, just straight up fighting. Whoever wants to fight, whoever wants to get involved in the series, just drop a message, BKB Battles page on Instagram. So just drop a message and my management team will get back to you. So it's going to be gypsy style fights, non-gypsy fights. It's going to be on, say, farms, it's going to be in the haystacks, it's just going to be all different mixtures of locations, like cheap for people to buy on the pay-per-view, something for your Sunday at the end of every month when you're sat at home relaxing and watching the new platform take place. So it's going to be good, it's going to be brutal, it's going to be a lot of fights on there, and it's going to be something for everyone to look forward to. So this is took a lot of work, a lot of time and a lot of preparation. So it will be time to execute and let the ball roll. So everyone, keep in touch, look out for the updates and enjoy the show. Dougie Joyce is coming, and just remember, Dougie Joyce is
Just give a little update as to where we're up to on the BKB Contender series, because obviously there's been a few people asking a few questions on the Instagram, and some of the questions that's come up now, obviously. And then there was a video that went out yesterday, I got it sent, I watched it this morning, just to clear up a few things on that. So yeah, it's going to be me, it's going to be my show with the team. I've got a good team in place for the show. Now, what we've got in place there is, in terms of, I did say a few weeks back on a video, we don't want sponsors. No, we've got sponsors in place. Now, I need to reiterate that. When I said sponsors, what the point of what I was getting at is we don't want to be taking money off people that are subscribing to the channel and watching the content. That's what we meant by it. We've got a protein company who's sponsoring the show with supplements, proteins for the fighters. We've got the meal prep company that's also sponsoring the show for the fighters. We've got the gym location training camp confirmed. We've got the 2 coaches confirmed for the 2 teams. We're going to have Team K-Force and Team Storm, and that's because obviously one of the coaches is known as K-Force MMA and Fitness, and we've got the other coach that's known as the Storm. You know, he was, you know, in his boxing career, that was his fighting name, the Storm. So we've got the 2. They're going to be the 2 coaches' teams. We've also filled the fight card with the 12 fighters. I've just confirmed we will have proper medical staff in place on the day of the fight. You know, we won't be having, there will be first aiders on site also. You have to have first aiders on site. So with the location where they're doing training camp, there will be a first aider in there. But on the actual day of the actual fight, we'll have proper, you know, medical staff there at the location. So the only people who'll be at the location, it'll be a live stream free on the channel. So we'll have the camera crew there, we'll have the camera crew, the judges, the referee, and the 2 fighters, and then obviously the 2 fighters coaches on there. We'll also do, so there'll be 3 videos going up a week of content on the actual of that week. We'll have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be going up on that'll be the first 3 days of training of that week, and then the poll will go out on the YouTube community Wednesday afternoon, and then obviously on the Thursday morning we'll go back to the drawing board. We'll sit with the fighters, and obviously the majority decision what the YouTube community chose, they're the 2 fighters that'll square off. On the Friday they'll do what's called wraps are off, where both fighters will be sat there, and they will face off, and they'll both go back and forth like a mini press conference type thing. And then on the Sunday there'll be a live stream for 6 weeks on a Sunday of the actual fight, where the fighters will drive to the secret location. They'll be in a controlled environment, which will be a 14-foot ring. They'll be in a 14-foot ring, and obviously both fighters will square off, and then they'll give it their all. And what them fighters will do is they'll have a 9-minute time cap, so it'll be last man standing for 9 minutes. If it gets to 9 minutes, then it'll go to the judges, and then obviously they'll decide on the winner of that fight. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's gone into place at the minute. Housing, we've got no issues with the housing, but at the minute we've got 2 options for the housing, but we haven't got issues with the housing, if that makes sense. But we have got options. So option 1's a good option, and option 2's a good option. So that's where we're up to at the minute. So we did say May, June, July. So just to let you know, the content and the series will be happening this year. It's going to be going up the first week of August is when the fighters are going to be, they're going to be squaring off. So the fighters need to be in camp 3rd and 4th week of July. That'll be in the contracted agreement. The fighters will enter the series. They'll have no mobile phones for the duration of being in there, and they will be living in training camp as fighters. They will be disciplined. There will be emotions running high. There will be attitudes. There will be egos. This is what it's about. We've got different fighters, different mindsets, different mentalities, all going in there. We've also got, I wish all the fighters well in there. We've got 1 fighter now. All the fighters are great guys going in from Ireland, England, Scotland. But we've got 1 fighter who's already made front page of his local newspaper called Marcus Pond. It's a good read, to be quite honest. It gives a bit of a background into him. He's won a belt in the pit fight in bare knuckle. He's from Plymouth, down south. I think it's Plymouth he's from. And obviously he's made it front page of his local newspaper. If you go onto my Instagram page, if you want to look it up that way, go on my Instagram page, and there's a screenshot of the front newspaper on my Instagram page. And then obviously you can go through that page there and find the newspaper. I'll find it online. His name's Marcus Pond. Exceptional guy, family man. We've started filming the promos already. They'll be going up in the next couple of weeks. We have got a new channel as well called the BKB Contender channel. So that's all the content for the BKB Contender will be going onto that new channel. I'm just on my way to London as we speak at this moment in time, and that's going to be to sit with another member of the team. We've got the media in place, the filming crew is all confirmed. So like you're saying, guys, it's not been an easy project to put together, but it's not been a hard one. We've just got to get it right the first time round, and hopefully we can go on to Series 2 next year and so forth. But we've got to get this first one right. So just to let you know, that's exactly where we're up to. And look, if you know a fighter that's going in there, get behind him. This has never been done before, and it's not going to be easy. It's not just a normal average contender what people are seeing. It's a bare knuckle contender. It's never been done before. And you've got to give credit to all the fighters that are going in there, knowing that they're training to go into have a bare knuckle fight. In a 14-foot ring, live stream with all the viewers watching and stuff like that. It's immense. But yeah, that's just to give you a bit of an insight. Oh, by the way, there will be waiver forms put in place. There will be insurances in place, and these guys will be trained, at an elite level. The best way we can train these fighters. These different fighters, different styles, but these fighters will, they're going to go in there and they're going to put it all on the line, and hopefully they put it on the line, and they give a good show. But in terms of sponsors, we've got everything that we need in place to make the show happen, and hopefully, I'm pretty certain it'll be a success. But when I said about the sponsorship, I just didn't want subscribers to think that we're going to be begging subscribers for money and stuff like that, because that's one thing we're not going to be doing. Hopefully we've put this platform here is going to keep it, try and get it as good and professional as possible, and we've only got one chance to make it a success. But yeah, if you watch one of my earlier podcasts regarding 3D Fight Club, which was over nearly 18 months ago, one of my very first podcasts I spoke about on there 18 months ago, when it was, as 3D Fight Club was first coming to its first ever show, I did say that I was going to go into doing a BKB contender, if people remember it. If you go back, you see the podcast. So now this is me 18 months later, putting the wheels in motion to make this happen. So hopefully you enjoy the content, enjoy the show, and if you've got fighters there, that are going into the contender house, guys, yeah, just get behind them. All right, hope you enjoy it. God bless, take care.